Hello guys, welcome to this live stream. Today we are watching Inter Miami versus Palmeiras, and we're also watching FC Porto versus Ahly, Egypt. And welcome guys. Yep, got everything nicely prepared. All good. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a nice day or evening, wherever you may be. We got both games ready at the watch, and we got both scoreboards ready at the watch. I'll read out the lineups to you, and then we'll start out with the games. So, FC Porto versus Ahly. So for Porto, Ramos is in goal. Marcano, Estaquio, and Pedro are the centre-backs. We have Mora, Varela, and Mario as the midfield. Then we have the other Mora, number 86, as the cam, Gomez, Namaso, and Vieira as the strikers and forwards. Then for Ahly, Egypt, we have El Shanawi as the goalkeeper, Hani Dari Ramadan and Kuka as the defenders. We have Ben Romdan and Fathi as the DMs, which will invert into the AM positions. We have El Shahat, Zizo, Trenzenguet as the forwards, and Ali as the striker. And that is FC Porto versus Ahly's lineup there. Now for Inter Miami versus Palmeiras. For Inter Miami's lineup, we have Ustari as the goalkeeper. We have Allen, Falcon, Avilés, and Weigand as the defense. Segovia, Busquets, Redondo, and Hollande as the midfield, and Suarez and Messi as the forwards. Then for Palmeiras, we have Weverton as the goalkeeper, Rocha, Gomez, Cerqueira, and Picares as the defense. We have Rios and Evangelista as the DMs. We have Estevao, Vega, and Torres as the attackers, and Lopez as the striker leading that line. So both very interesting lineups here, guys. Let me know your score predictions in the chat. But these games are about to go underway, and we'll be starting with Porto versus Ahly for the kickoff. And it is going to be taking any second now, just waiting for the referee's signal. My score predictions for Ahly versus Porto, I think this is going to be a 1-1 draw. And for Inter Miami versus Palmeiras, I think Palmeiras win 2-1. And just waiting for the referee here. I think they're actually waiting for the other game to get underway at the same time here, just so that both games can start evenly. And still waiting for this one. And Inter Miami versus Palmeiras actually starts first. And there is that game underway, and now the other game has subsequently started right now. So both games underway here in their respective stadiums. Inter Miami obviously have to really try and push for a win here to get into first position so they can verse Botafogo in the round of 16. I'm sure that they would rather do that over, PSG. But for sure, they're going to be trying to push this Palmeiras team. And yes, Miami win. Yes, Inter Miami will try and win Dorito Chip this game, especially with Lionel Messi on their team. This is going to go to the left side here for Inter Miami. We'll mainly focus on the Inter Miami game. Of course, when Porto and Ahly have a really strong, attack developing, we'll focus on that one a little bit more. But this Inter Miami Palmeiras game is very important. Who's stronger as a team, Miami or Palmeiras? Palmeiras definitely stronger as a team, though Inter Miami you can't really count out because they have the likes of Busquets, Lionel Messi, Suarez. Of course, they also have Ustari as the goalkeeper. He's been very performative in this Club World Cup. But yes, definitely Palmeiras a better team on paper as a base. Criano, Nallo, Lionel Messi, and Mbappe. Yes, of course. Hi, Kieran. You can't sleep again? Okay, you're here for the commentary. No problem, Kieran. Yeah, I'll try and do my best for that. There, smash like for commentary, And this is going to be a corner already for Palmeiras there, just cleared away by Allen. Porto Ahly. I'm pretty sure that Porto technically are better, technically on paper, but they're just so bad in this tournament that I would actually not even be surprised if Ahly can get the win here against them. I did put this game as a 1-1 draw. I think it's possible. You're doing a hate watch. I just want Inter Miami to lose for Messi glazing. Okay, to be honest, fair enough. Habis faction. I have to do neutral commentary Not going to put my opinions in the debate here, not to upset some of you guys or who might like Messi or might like Ronaldo. You know, some of you guys who have been subscribed do know my allegiance, but yeah. Also, by the way, I put out a new short. Complete joke short, by the way. It's a joke. Except if they do, if Inter Miami do win, I'll put a Messi jersey on. But I'm confident that Palmeiras will get the win here. I'm actually very confident. And this is Neymar Jr. Okay. And this is going to be over to this left side here for Palmeiras, just, you know, collecting the ball. R9 is the GOAT. Andrew, yes, R9, the best striker of the generation, you know. R9 just so good. You know, I wish I could have got to watch him, you know, in person. But, yeah, never got to. I don't like putting on Messi jersey. I mean, you can already see who's at the back here. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just saying, though. You can already see who's on the back. But, yeah, here we go. Javier Mascherano is the coach for Inter Miami. He's been, you know, actually pretty decent in terms of tactical setup for Inter Miami's last game against Porto. Of course, Porto is a slightly weaker team. Yeah, R9, humble and funny. Yeah, I love R9 as well now, how he's just on Twitch gaming all the time. I love how all the Brazilian retired players either, you know, balling out in the retired games, the charity games, or they're sitting on the Twitch and grinding out, you know, CSGO or something like that, or Apex. And there is a very good header by Palmeiras, and it's just caught by Ustadi there. That was a nice one from, I think this is, who does this jump here? It's like number 20, I think, for Palmeiras. If I'm not wrong, number 30, I think. Yeah, Evangelista. They hate Brazilian team. Yeah. Criano Nalo Sui. Dorito chip, bro. Crazy. Misspell. And yeah, they hate Brazilian team. Definitely. And this is going to be Istari. Now over to Falcon. Hopefully Brazilian team under Don Carlo, you know, can get back under, you know, a very, very good, strong sort of gameplay style, because we haven't really seen, you know, too much change at the moment from Don Carlo, but I'm sure he'll do something here. Here's Esteval just trying to bring the ball forward for Palmeiras, and it's just going to be cleared away. So you're going to wear the Messi jersey. If Inter Miami win, I'll wear a Messi jersey. First I have to get it, of course. I don't know if any shops near me sell, but I'll try and get one. When I get it, I'll wear it for one time. R9 to Rich Lane. And bro, so chat, put another pipe. What are you... Nah. Dorito chip. What are you talking about, bro? Crazy. There is a little bit of an injury here for Porto in their game. As well, the coach for Palmeiras, Abel Ferreira. I don't think I said that before. So basically, you're not wearing... No, I will. I promise you, if I get one... I do think there is a Adidas store that sells it. I'm pretty sure the Adidas stores sell... yeah, I'll get one and I'll wear it. I promise. I'm not going to make up that. That was a very good pass by Messi, though. And that's just going to be cleared away by Palmeiras. And now it's Wagnont. To the back here. Now with Alon. And this is now going to be on this side for Busquets. Yeah, Miami's not winning. Yeah, basically, Miami's not winning. Yeah. I'm very confident in Palmeiras. Very confident. But, you know, Miami have been a surprise package so far in this tournament, you know. I definitely thought Ahly would win against them and Porto. But, yeah, very surprise package from them. South American teams are so good, but people look down on Copa America. Yeah, I know. The South American teams, honestly, are very performative. I'm very surprised on terms of, you know, how great. I knew they were good quality. I definitely don't think the European leagues are so far superior. But, yeah, I'm just surprised on how good that quality was. It's exceeding my expectations by so much. Messi's going to take a free kick on this right-hand side. Yeah, Palmeiras definitely one of the strongest South American sides here. Unfortunately, didn't really perform against Porto. I expected them a win there. They really should have secured the first place in that game, because Porto in this tournament have been below par. And that's going to be a little simple tap between Weverton and Murillo. Trying to find a through ball here. Just into Miami now winning it back. Messi just passes it through there to find Busquets. Little cross over to Suarez, and then Suarez just gives the ball away. And it is going to be one back in a tussle between what seems to be Evangelista and Miami. Miami do get this ball from a throw-in. It's now Messi with the ball. Porto's going to win? I don't really think so. Porto is bad. Ahly is supposed to be good. I'm surprised that they didn't really perform well in this tournament because I've heard a lot about how good they are. Yeah, I know Porto have no reason to be here as well. It should have been Sporting. Sporting should have been in this tournament, and yet Porto is the decided Liga Portugal team. Sporting with Guy Roquez would have mopped the floor with this group. Full 9 points achieved there, but yeah, unfortunately not the case. And Miami just take a shot there, pretty weak one. And then there's another weaker version. First Segovia takes, and then Redondo takes then. You like Porto, Dorito Chip? Well, unfortunately, yeah, Porto just not great with the current management, the current team. I'm a Sporting fan myself, more so than a Porto fan. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to be neutral. I'm not going to bag Porto because I'm sure Porto had so many good players. You know, Pepe, the other Pepe, Diogo Costa's coming out, you know. But they've just been a big disappointment in general in this tournament here. Really just not on it. Same with Inter, to be honest. Inter Milan, just not great. It's just a red or blue, me personally, blue. For me, you know, of all time red. But clearly the blue side is the current sort of version, you know. You think PSG will win it or a shock from Brazil? I think... I don't think that PSG is going to win this one, to be honest. I know that, you know, they're the strongest team in terms of Champions League winners. They've got a very good squad. They've got, you know, 3 nominated Ballon d'Or winners potentially there with Nuno Mendes, Vitinha, Dembele. However, I actually think that, Brazilian team could win this one. I think that Real Madrid, if they start actually locking in, can win this one because as a Real Madrid fan, that is my hope. But the most strongest looking team so far in this tournament has to be Bayern Munich. They are the strongest looking team by far. And, you know, I think they're actually unlucky in the Champions League not to reach the final there. I do think they would have beat Barca and they would have beat Inter if they had have, you know, been a bit more lucky. I think they're a little bit unlucky there in terms of, you know, pair-ups. And this is on this side here. Just a pass going into Messi, and Messi with the ball in the box there. And Palmeiras clear away very easily. He goes and dives in the field. And that is not going to be a penalty at all. Messi just diving there. Glad your Liverpool team as a whole summer off over City and Chelsea. Yeah, definitely as well. But Liverpool are moving, you know, with Kerkez, with Salah. Sorry, not Salah. Kerkez, Wirtz, Frimpong, but even Salah, you know, renewing his contract. Van Dijk renewing his contract. That's what I was going to say. It really is, you know, the summer for Liverpool in terms of signings. Real big improvements coming to the squad. I mean, it was already great, but, you know, even bigger improvements now. I do think that maybe Liverpool need a substitute striker. Not just Gakpo and Jota. I think they need maybe another one. But that's just a personal opinion. I'm not too sure what a full-on Liverpool fan would say. But yeah, definitely investments there. Florian Wirtz, Kerkez, and Frimpong, all, you know, brilliant talent in their positions. And here's Palmeiras with the ball on the attack. There's another injury in the Porto Ahly game, by the way. So not real much play going on there. It looks like one of Porto's players is injured. Palmeiras just trying to find some space through the box. There's a shot and just cleaned away. Yeah, Napoli striker Nunes for Osimhen. Yeah, that would be a good swap deal. I actually heard that at the moment, yeah, really Osimhen's biggest target for, like, the biggest club going for Osimhen at the moment is pretty much, I think, Al Hilal with the offerings. I think that, you know, Osimhen would be good in Liverpool in terms of, like, coming deep, but they're going to have to start offering pretty soon because, you know, he will eventually, I feel he's asking for more from Hilal. I think eventually he will take it. It's just a matter of time. So Liverpool really need to come in there pretty quickly and, you know, start offering for him because Osimhen, you know, will be a big signing for them, especially in the forward line. Now, imagine that team, you know, Wirtz, Osimhen, Frimpong on the side, Salah, Kerkez overlapping in, then you've got Van Dijk, Gravenberch. You know, that team would be an overkill team in the Prem. You know, probably the strongest Prem side I would have seen, you know, watching. Yeah, he wants to stay in Europe. It is a, you know, I don't know what he's thinking, because Tio Hernandez did say the same thing, and then, you know, he's actually signed with Halal today. So, really, I mean, fair play for Al Hilal. Of course, living in Saudi, it's fair play. Love to see those talents in the stadiums, but yeah, of course, Osimhen would perform amazingly in Liverpool. Really, it would be a big, you know, time for him to go to the Champions League, compete for the Champions League title with Liverpool. 100% would be an amazing signing for Liverpool. Another one, you know, I'm surprised that Liverpool aren't actually going for Guy Roquez like Arsenal and Man U. I would have thought they would have been going for him as well, but no, I was really surprised by that. Same with Alexander Isak, you know. I know he's probably going to stay at Newcastle, but I'm surprised that, you know, another club hasn't really offered for him. Another striker, I think, as well, who's maybe, you know, a bit underrated, Ollie Watkins, because I heard he does want to leave Aston Villa soon, especially since they got, you know, Rashford, that he might be being purchased by Aston Villa after that loan spell. But yeah, definitely Ollie Watkins would be, you know, something. Nunes has killed Portugal League, yes. His time at Benfica won't be forgotten. And this is going to be over the side here. And this is Palmeiras. And it is just cleared away by Inter Miami. And that is a little scramble there for Allende. And the ball goes out. It's going to be Palmeiras taking that throw in there. Allende just takes the ball out. Nice and simple. Smash like for football, you know. And if you're not already, we're streaming every single Club World Cup game remaining. So smash subscribe if you want to, you know, be involved in the future games, future conversations. Love to talk to you guys. It really means a lot to me. Who's been playing better, actually, to you till now? Inter or Palmeiras? Palmeiras have definitely been playing better. They've done some slip-ups in the, you know, attacking half, but really they've not really lost possession, except for that very start play where Inter Miami got like 2 shots off. But yeah, definitely Palmeiras a better team at the moment. You're not sleeping on the floor. You're not climbing all the way up on your bed. Oh, you're sleeping on the floor. Okay. That's brilliant information, Dorito Chip. Love to, you know, hear that you're sleeping on, you know, hard ground. He was in 4-4-2 in Portugal, so he was never going to work at Liverpool, I know. I'm actually surprised as well that, you know, Liverpool... I don't think really thought about the striker signings too much. I mean, maybe they were too confident in Salah, especially as well when they had Mane and Firmino. Maybe very confident in that attack. But yeah, definitely I'm surprised that they went for these types of strikers when really they could be world-class players like, you know, Osimhen. And maybe even, you know, a good signing for Liverpool might be sticking with the Leverkusen route, go for Boniface, because he is actually pretty good as well. My dog's name is Speedy. Yeah, she's supposed to be sleeping now, but she's awake with me. And Porto, no. Yeah, I don't think Porto are going to win. And actually looks like there was a goal for Ahly. Ahly have scored against Porto. I just realized. And Inter Miami have just scored. And of course, it is going to be Allende. 2 big upsets at the moment, technically. Speedy, S-P-E-E-D-Y. I can't believe it. And as it stands, I'm going to have to buy a Miami jersey for Messi. What? That is crazy. Inter Miami scored. There is going to be a check here by the referee. Possible offside. But Ahly scored, and I knew they would score eventually in this tournament. Technically, Ahly actually still can get in as well to the round of 16. It's a possibility for them. Because as it stands, Ahly will have, if we check here, 3 points with a -1 goal difference. If they can score 2 more or 3 more against Porto, then they'll overtake into second place if Miami continue to win. So Ahly still have a chance to be in this round of 16 and knock Palmeiras out. Nunes can get you goals off the bench, but not as a starter. Definitely. That's why I noticed as well, Nunes seemed to perform better when he was coming off. Especially, I felt like in some of those games where I watched him near the end of the season for Liverpool, he was very good coming off the bench. Probably can't remember the games now just because it's really early in the morning, but, you know, with a fresh mind, I'll be able to remember. But he was definitely good coming off the bench at some points. And Allende is the one to score for Inter Miami. And so far, Inter Miami 1-0, Palmeiras 0, and Ahly 1-0, and Porto 0. And both goals happened at the exact same time, basically. There was like a 30-second difference. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'll have to, rewatch some of those. Who scored for Miami? Allende, Allende, number 21 for Inter Miami. And there's actually going to be a substitution here for Palmeiras due to an injury. Murillo's coming on and coming off, and Bruno Fuchs is coming on in his place in the defense. I'm so surprised by that because Palmeiras were very good, but just that counter-attack by Inter Miami, just so deadly. And that's how I said they should have been playing in this game. And they have actually gone and played this way with Inter Miami, counter-attacking. Because that's similar how Botafogo played against Atleti. They played this way against PSG. And now Inter Miami taking that same style from Botafogo's matches and playing it. And in the crowd for this game against Inter Miami is actually Roberto Martinez, the head coach for Portugal, probably watching Mora's performance. And so far, he's not going to be too happy that, they've gone down here. Oh, sorry. Did I say, sorry, I meant Roberto Martinez watching Inter Miami versus Palmeiras. I don't know why he is, but he is. I was going to say if he was watching Porto, it would make more sense, but sorry. My bad, guys. Sometimes slip up on the tongue there with the mistake. Don't know what's your favorite team. Yours is Real Madrid. Yes, mine is Real Madrid, Dorito Chip. Between Real Madrid and Al Nassr, just because, support the local league, and Al Nassr is, close. And I can't actually believe that. That is crazy. Inter Miami scored. There is a free kick chance here for Palmeiras. So, they could really clutch back up into this game with this free kick. Bo's shot was in the bottom corner across the goalie. Liverpool had 10 men. Yeah, clutch up from Nunes, I'll have to go rewatch him, Andrew. But yeah, clutch up. Palmeiras crossing it in and just going wide over the crossbar there. That was very close for a for a first goal for Palmeiras, a second of this game. Can't believe it. 2 goals, in the first 20 minutes for, the combined games there. That is insane. Didn't expect this many goals, but crazy, Well, can Porto have a goal here? I don't think Porto are going to actually get a goal, to be honest. Maybe one. I actually think Ahly will win this game just because they're, a better side in terms of, they were very unlucky in this tournament so far. They are the best Egyptian side, the second most decorated club in the world, known for attack, and they still haven't shown it until, this game. We could be seeing it here, especially Porto have not been on form. Yeah, top 2 who go through. So currently, as the table stands, Inter Miami 7 points. Then it's Palmeiras with 4 points. Ahly with 4 points tied. And it's just about goal difference there with Palmeiras +1 and Inter Miami. Ahly with -1. And then FC Porto with 1 point. Porto not getting through. 100% they're not getting through here. You want Miami to win, but I think Palmeiras could bring it back maybe. Yeah, I definitely think Palmeiras will score. It's just really about can Miami hold on and get another one to really secure this win. And that's what it's going to be about, Miami getting a second. Because a second would really push them, in charge of this game. We'd definitely see, more control, pitch control, calm plays, just taking control of the field. Yeah, Miami do need a win because both technically a draw's fine. So it's either a draw or a win for Palmeiras and Inter Miami. But if there is a win for one team, the other team is at risk of getting out of the second place because the goal difference could be affected here. Because Ahly are deadly on the attack here against Porto, and it could look like this could get ugly for Porto, and they could score, 2, 3 goals. At the moment, Ahly need at least 2 goals, and Miami need to score again to make Palmeiras drop below Ahly. That is the conditions required. So it is a little bit of a finicky condition here for Palmeiras and Inter Miami to not qualify for the round of 16, but is still technically possible. And, a goal from Miami has actually made it closer to happening. And on the Ahly game, there is a counter-attack here. The ball in the box. And there is a shot from Ahly, and it's a second goal for Ahly. It's 2-0. It looks like it might be offside, though. I think it's offside. Yeah, it's offside, I think. Here, let's take a look at the replay. There might be a check for this goal. I think it's going to be off. Yeah, it's going to be offside. Okay. Yeah, offside. That was close. That was really very close. So the offside was about, a fraction there. The Ahly fans a little bit disappointed that they didn't get that second one there, but it was all, they could have got through to round of 16 if they had got with the second one there. That would have definitely become a very good looking reality for them. I would be surprised if Porto and Ahly tied, like Porto gets one goal and then no one scores rest of the game. I don't really see that happening, to be honest, because, we just saw then, very close to a second goal for Ahly. They're just so deadly on this attack. Definitely one of the more deadly attacking teams that, hasn't really showcased themselves in this tournament. So I'll be happy for them to showcase. And there is a goal for Porto, and it's Mora who scored. Just a sudden counter-attack there for Porto, and suddenly it is a tie. I'm so surprised. These games are going really opposites to what I've been saying. Maybe I should stop talking to not influence the game here anymore. Falcon down on the Inter Miami ground there, injured. He is coming back up. Porto get one back, and as it stands, they need to score at least, I think, 4 to get through to the round of 16. They need to score at least like 3 or 4 to get through. Yeah, it's just given away by the defense. They're more just punishing Ahly. They're more just very brilliant for Porto. One of their best players. He was trying in all the other games, and he's just gone and, secured a little bit of an advantage here for Porto. They just need a few more goals now. But, I don't think it could get too ugly because both teams are pretty balanced. But, we never know. These games are already surprising me. Who would have expected this sort of scorelines already in the 23rd minute? Smash like for goals. That is crazy. Can't actually believe that. Genuinely, just insane scorelines. Also, guys, we are 1 subscriber off 5.28k. So if anyone wants to be the next subscriber to take us to the next digit of tens, then I'd highly appreciate it. I'll give you a shout out. I shout out every single subscriber, so W's. And there's just a missed chance there for Palmeiras, just going over. Just going over there. Not a great chance. It actually turns out to be offside. Let's have a look here. Yeah, it was a far offside. Far offside. Just that should have been finished on target, first of all. But second of all, yeah, just a bit offside there. And here was the goal by Inter Miami from before. Yeah, it's just a really good counter-attack by Ahly. Just skills nicely and hits it to the right side away from the keeper there. And Weatherton had no chance of saving. What was all the fuss about? Players wearing Rashford Villa shirt on holiday. I don't know. I wasn't keeping up with the news, to be honest. I've just been watching Club World Cup for the past 2 weeks, so not really updated on anything. Ahly getting a yellow card here. Yellow card for Ahly. And W's to whoever subscribed as well to make that 5.28k. Appreciate it so much, guys. We are getting one step closer to 5.3k. So, everyone who is, tuning in, I appreciate you guys so much. And this is now going to be Palmeiras on this left side here. Can Palmeiras get a goal? Definitely, I do think they can. Their attacking is just much better. Miami did get a little bit of a jag goal, I'd say. A little bit, just because it was a very, very unfortunate counter-attack for Palmeiras where there was just one guy sitting at the halfway line, and I don't think they really expected him to be there. So maybe positional senses were off for Palmeiras, but yeah, their attack's been insanely good. Palmeiras for sure will be able to get one here. You feel like I read chat more in gaming? Sure, I've read every chat message, though, Dorito Chip. What? I read all of your messages. Oh, those ones. Yeah, some of the messages aren't coming through to me. I do try and read all of them. I think it's just when I'm commentating. Yeah, I see which one you're talking about. Rare chance of me talking about football because Miami and Porto are some of my favorites. Okay, I see. That's cool. Having some favorite teams in this tournament. At least one of your teams will get through. I'm for sure about that. Either Inter Miami or Porto there, Dorito Chip. I am trying to commentate, so I am trying to do multitasking. I try my best, so sorry if I don't read the messages immediately, guys. I do try, though. Messi Magic one more time. How do you stop him from passing, dribbling, or shooting? Yeah, definitely. He's going to be hard to deal with for Palmeiras, here's a chance for Inter Miami. It's actually a very open chance. And what is that from Suarez? Is bro throwing the game or something? Like, genuinely, he had a basic open chance there if he just walked forward a little bit. But, nah, really, that was very good defending, first of all, from Palmeiras. And then second of all, Suarez just fumbling. Absolutely fumbling that. And this is going to be played back by Avilés to Falcon. And yeah, I know Inter just insanely, on the counter-attack, they're so good. Yeah, Suarez is finished. I'm sorry. I actually thought Suarez last season for Inter Miami was so good, especially when Messi was injured. But really unfortunate that he's now ending his career. I do think he should end it at the end of this MLS season. It looks too painful for him. Really, he should focus, on the Uruguay team that he just made. I think that's still involved in football. He could be like some sort of coach on the field, not having to run too much, kind of like what Don Carlo did at Real Madrid. He just like stands there and, dictates play. I definitely think that would be, cool for him to still stay in football. Yeah, best number 9 since R9. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Suarez is one of the best number 9s, honestly. Even as a CR7 fan, Real Madrid fan, Suarez just is so good. And honestly, a likable personality. I know he had some controversies, but he is pretty likable. The controversy always in the past, and you learn to forgive and forget. And it's always nice having someone like Suarez just being, especially in this, he's trying his hardest. You can say that he's finished, but he's trying his hardest, and that's respectable from him. Going through the pain just to enjoy football. And there's a cross by Palmeiras, and that is just going to be headed away nicely by Miami. And it is still cleared by Palmeiras. And Palmeiras trying to just, get that. It's going to be a throw-in for them. You're kidding, you like Suarez? Yeah, I like Suarez too. Dorito chip. W's. Get out, Suarez. And this is going to be Falcon with the ball just in the box after that failed attempt from Palmeiras. There is a cooling break in the other game, so let's put the cooling break symbol up here, if we get that. Let's just get this on. And here's a chance for Inter Miami. And just cleared away by Palmeiras. Now they have a chance. His knees is given up years ago. Yeah, I know. Didn't really hear much from him in quite a bit. I think it was because he was in the league, like South American league. I don't know. I think it was like Brazil league or something. But yeah, I definitely think that he really just returned, just to have some fun. That's why I feel like he's done here to, a higher level league than what he was in before. Anyway, playing continually too. Esteval. And it's just Palmeiras passing. Am I watching both games at the same time? Yes, I'm watching both games on the same screen. I've got split screen here. I got the chat and the Streamlabs there. I've got the YouTube down there. I got Dazen there, and I got Dazen 2 there. And at the top, I got Palmeiras, Miami. Bottom, Porto, Ahly. So yes, I'm trying to do so many different things. We're in the chat and the 2 games at the same time there. And try and commentate on both. What do you think is going to be the score Inter versus Palmeiras match? Still, I think 2-1. I'm still confident in a 2-1 there. His best was that Atletico getting let go, and he won the league and said, hold that. Yeah, I know, exactly. I feel like he was a little bit disrespected by Barca by that. And then, yeah, he goes to Atleti and then really, shows it. And here's a chance for Palmeiras. There should be a goal there, and it just scrapes the post. How close was that? The post is there, and the ball just scrapes against it out. Torres should be, scoring that. He is just unlucky there. And it is given, I think, by Falcon. Yeah, just gives it to Palmeiras. Really should be a 2-touch finish from the initial play there. But no, it's just, it takes a little bit long for Palmeiras to finish that one, and then it just goes away. It's just not good enough from Torres, really, a little bit. Just takes too long. I think, Vega could have gave the pass a little bit quicker. Maybe done a 2-touch again as a shot. But nah, it didn't go in there. And this is going to be Inter Miami. so far the match stats for the Palmeiras game. 5 attempts on goal for Miami, 6 for Palmeiras, and both 1 attempt on target. Into defending is like Spurs, to be honest, so open. Yeah, exactly. They are trying to play very, attacking, because that's where their strong point is. It's only in the attack, really, and a little bit in the midfield with Busquets. And I guess Redondo's sometimes good, and Segovia's sometimes good. But yeah, the attack is really where it's all at for Miami. So they're really just trying to focus up on, getting the attack as strong as possible and getting the ball away from the defenders. Ustari, very good. I think if Calendar had been here instead of Ustari, this would be totally different for Miami. I feel like they would have had, a lot of goals against them. But Ustari really came in clutch for them in this tournament. W. Suarez for dealing with chronic knee pain. Yeah, exactly. W. Suarez for that. Smash life for Suarez. And this is now going to be Inter Miami with the ball. There's also in the Porto Ahly game a Porto corner. Yeah, better teams, they sit deeper. I think maybe since Palmeiras is defending less as well, that they're going a bit more attacking in a sense where they can get it through. Here's Porto's corner coming in, and El Shanawi just missing out on the punch there, but it's still cleared away, and it's now back into Porto's defense there. And here's a chance for Palmeiras, just not finding the cross there. Cross coming in from number 22, and there is a header connection. However, it just doesn't connect well enough. It's going to be a corner for Palmeiras there. And this is going to be a good chance, really, to get one back. I think they need one back before halftime, Palmeiras, really, to make this count. Oh, water break still up. Sorry, my bad. Again, always forgetting that. Sorry, guys. Is that Mexican team? Wait, the jersey I'm wearing. This is the El Salvador national kit. This jersey, for some reason I have it. Have I heard of Bigfoot vlogs? Yeah, I've heard of that. There's also a substitution happening here for Ahly. Hamdi is coming off for Dieng. Oh, who Inter are playing? No, I think... Let me check. But they already played Monterrey, which was the Mexican team. They already played them in the first round. Yeah, I'll tell you who Inter Milan are playing. Inter are playing River Plate. That's a big one. That is a very big one, actually, because if Inter lose to River Plate, Monterrey will actually be able to go into second and overtake them in the second place position there. If Inter Miami wins, you're going to die. Yeah. Oh, Inter Miami. No, this is a Brazilian team. Oh, okay, sorry. So many Inters. Sorry, the time here, guys, is 4:30 a.m. So if I'm not computing stuff immediately, it's because I'm on dead sleep here. Falcon from Inter Miami is so underrated. Superb defender. Yeah, I actually felt that. Some people were saying he's not that great. And then, I've been watching his games here. He was brilliant against Porto, and he was also brilliant now, really. Yeah, it's 2:30 a.m. Wow, as well. Dedication, Andrew, as well. But yeah, I've been up since, 3 p.m. yesterday. And yeah, it's been a toll. But, we're now through to the round of 16 just about, so there'll be less games. The games will be at normal times. And, yeah, Inter Miami playing this Brazilian Serie A team, Palmeiras. Yeah, mad. Let's actually check how many of these games I've done now, because I've done quite a fair bit of them. How many? 34 of the matches we've done, not including, the double match times as well. So that's crazy. And this is now Falcon. And he's going to, try and find some space here. There's just a little one-touch between him and Redondo. Now it's Avilés. Over to Redondo. Now back to Falcon. There is, in the Porto Ahly game, just a foul there on one of Ahly's players. I think it's Trezeguet who gets fouled by João Mario. It's on Dazen, but would have to pay £20 a month. Forget that after. Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm watching on at the moment. You know, right, that the games are free, right, on Daz, but it's like a lower quality version, but you still get watch them for free if you make an account. You only pay premium if you don't want to have ads at halftime and higher quality, which I mean I've done, but still it is free. My family have been watching it for free on the other accounts, and that is going to be now Trezeguet. And Trezeguet just crossing this one in and trying to find someone. It's just cleared away by Porto there. Nice and easy clearance. In other terms, Inter Miami are still trying to find an attack here. They've actually been very good on possessional sense. No, send you straight to the pay. Okay, that's kind of weird. Because I didn't have to pay originally. I watched the first match for free, and then afterwards I just decided so I didn't get ads at halftime. That's kind of weird. Payment page. Okay. Maybe they're only giving it free in certain regions. I'm not too sure. No halftime images, but halftime videos. Okay. Dorito chip, let's go. And this is now Messi. And trying to find some play there into Miami. And it's just given away by Busquets. And now this is going to be Palmeiras. Palmeiras just holding at this back position here. This is now Piqueres. Piqueres gives the ball down to the right side, trying to find Esteval. Esteval, just such a good player. Into Miami playing keep away. Palmeiras needs to be a little bit more aggressive. Exactly. Especially since Inter Miami's defense is very open. Palmeiras should be doing, you know, the press that Flamengo were doing against Chelsea, really. That's the type of press they need to be doing here. Because they're not at the moment. And here's a chance for Palmeiras. Just takes a shot. And it looks like this is going to be a corner for Palmeiras. Just a deflection there off. I think that's Falcon that gets the deflection. Piqueres with a decent shot. But yeah, 3 goals so far out of these games. It looks like Esteval will be taking the corner. So far in this match, Palmeiras have had 4 corners. Inter Miami have had 0. Not the most corners we've seen in one half. Of course, I think that goes to Fluminense. And a cross coming in from Esteval, and that just goes over. That was very close from Lopez, that header. Just not good enough. Just not good enough at all. But, yeah, there are attempts being made here. I do think still definitely the comeback is possible because really the first goal was, you know, a little bit easy. It was given away at the halfway line. No one's there to defend. It's a 1v1 against the keeper. It should be scored, and it is. Weatherton does not look pleased with himself in that moment before. And Palmeiras now. Just a little bit of heavy pressure there from Segovia. And Palmeiras very mad at him for that one. I think that was Gomez there just getting a little bit too frustrated. Any prediction changes, guys? Just based on the scores here coming up to halftime, let me know. I think still Ahly Porto might end with a 2-1. And the Miami Palmeiras game also with a 2-1. I'm thinking that's what will be the case here. And the ball goes straight out. Going to be a Palmeiras throw, just headed out there by, I think that was Avilés. Piqueres taking this throw in. And that is a quick little 1-2 play there between Piqueres and Evangelista. And now it's going to be Gomez here on this right side, just playing it forward. Evangelista now with the ball. Out to the left side, Piqueres. Evangelista just tries to find a through ball there to Esteval, but doesn't do so, unfortunately. And there's a long ball there by Inter Miami trying to find the full position there, and then Palmeiras just really defend that one pretty good. Now Messi, though, gets the possession from a loose header. Just need to see a little bit more aggression, exactly as you said, Patrick, from Palmeiras. They're just not pressing enough. it's really not great to see, to be honest. You know, a team of such attacking quality just letting Miami pass the ball around in the back, especially when they've got, you know, a goal up. They're going to be wasting as much time as possible because, of course, Miami winning this game in itself would not be on the table for them even. So them having the lead going to halftime, really they're going to be trying to waste as much time as possible, like they did against Porto with the 2-1. Once they got the second goal, it was literally just time-to-time waste for the whole game. So yeah, just a little bit more aggressions really was what's needed from Palmeiras. Porto have a corner against Ahly. Do I think Messi will get a shot on target second half? Yeah, just based on, you know, Inter Miami's gameplay, it definitely seems very likely because they have been having these breakaway chances. We have seen, of course, the shots on target from the likes of Hollande. Suarez had one, which was awful. I think Segovia also had one. So definitely I could see Messi having one because, you know, most of the attack has had one in this first half. And this is going to be a chance there for Palmeiras, just lost. I don't really want to see Messi in the World Cup. Tired him getting so old. I hope he retires before that. Yeah, I mean, it's really his decision. Same with Cristiano. It's their decisions. I would love Cristiano to, you know, even if he starts for a little bit, then comes off, or then comes on after a little bit. Really, how he played in the Nations League, I felt like was the best we've seen with him at his current age with the national team. I would love to see him, you know, have the World Cup for the final one, because really it is, you know, it's going to make it's very hard to not watch them when they're old playing in a tournament, and then, you know, the older they get, they're going to be the worst. Because I guarantee you, I'm 100% sure that if Ronaldo doesn't get this World Cup 2026, he'll play in the 2031. He'll literally try and play in it. I'm not even lying with you guys. I know that they probably won't let him, but he's going to try his hardest, even if he's absolutely trash at that point. But still, it's just self-determination. And it's like, that's why with Messi, really, you know, he's won it. He can, you know, enjoy not playing in it. I feel like, though, that he'll be very useful in coming off the bench, you know, especially at, you know, his older age. But, of course, he's a good starter. He could definitely start, for sure. Messi would retire after World Cup. Only the way Portugal to win CR7 still on the bench, they would win without him. Definitely, I think they could win with him coming off the bench, though. I for sure think that Portugal, yeah, send Ronaldo off, you know. Definitely it'd be a brilliant way to end this. The last person from the previous generation of the Portugal team, you know, he has more goals than the entire Portugal team combined. So, yeah, it would be a brilliant way to send off the last of the golden generation in terms of that World Cup, you know. It would be brilliant to see. And, yeah, Ronaldo either starting for a bit and then coming off, because he's been brilliant for Al Nassr. It's really just his injury in the Nations League final there that I'm a bit worried about, you know, the knee injury. I've watched all of Al Nassr's games this season. He's still the best player on the team, easily the best player on the team, except for Mane near the end. Mane actually came back, and he was good. But, yeah, definitely would love to see that. Replace every head in the posters with Mega Knight. Every head. I think I have. I think I've replaced nearly every single one in the back there. Maybe not like 3 or 4 heads, but yeah. England bag could be Spain. Yeah, Portugal or Spain really are the ones there. Puyol, Carlos Puyol did say that he thinks that Portugal are a favourite. Messi's actually got a yellow card here with 1 minute remaining for extra time. And I will say something here just before I go on about the World Cup predictions. Ahly have a penalty here. So they could get a goal. It's going to be their striker, Ahly, taking. So this will put them 2-1 up against Porto. And again, back into the chance of getting through to that round of 16 if they can score this penalty. So here we go. This is on the striker here. He did miss in the first game against Inter Miami. Of course, I think Astari may be slightly on form compared to Ramos, but Ramos has been amazing. So we will see here. It's currently 1-1. Will Ahly score the penalty? Here we go. Ahly scores. That is a brilliant penalty. Way better than the previous one. That one was far better. Far better. 2-1. Ahly score. And now they're ahead here. And they're pleasing their fans for this one. At least they're going to send off with a win. You know, even if they don't get in, it's a win send-off. And for these fans who have travelled from Egypt all the way here, it will be very nice for them to see that. Don't look at the first. I didn't mean to send it, lol, for halftime. Okay, I see Dorito chip. But yeah, for World Cup predictions, definitely I can see Spain as a very, very good chance. Portugal with, Nuno Mendes, Vitinha as a very good chance. The problem is that the Portugal strikers are just not good without, Cristiano really the only one there. You could argue Jota, of course. But, Jota I actually feel plays better on the wing side, like a more left mid position, just in the Portugal team. Goncalo Ramos, not good. He is not good. That guy is god-awful to watch. I know he did score. He did a good performance in the previous World Cup, but other than that, he is just god-awful. Just my opinion, okay, guys? Pedri, Yamal. Yeah, Yamal and Pedri out of this world. As a Madrid fan, Pedri, Yamal, crazy good. Pedri, so good in that midfield. Really carried Barca at some points in that season. Rafinha's amazing, but he's not for Spain, of course. Brazil, I'm saying Brazil also have a chance here. If Don Carlo can get them under control there, really, with, Rafinha, Cunha, Vini, Rodrigo. They have Bento Alisson as the goalkeeper pair there. They have, Esteval. They've got Endrick. Did Endrick get called up? I don't know. Neymar, if he gets back. Do I still think any chance of Palmeiras winning? I'm not too sure, to be honest. Also, this extra half is still happening for Ahly Porto. I just realized. My bad, guys. Sorry. I really thought it ended there after the penalty, but no. It is on the 48th minute. There. Let's go like that. Because they did take the timer off the screen, and then it's like the ref added some extra time on. So that's what it seems like here. The referees added some extra time onto that timer there. They have good attack, but bad midfield and defense. Yeah, definitely. Brazil need to, Marquinhos, that sometimes is just not great. He's good for PSG sometimes. Again, same with Brazil. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. It really just depends on the day. That guy, though, what's that guy's name? He's on Flamengo. I keep forgetting his name. Is the name like Wesley or something? He's a Flamengo defender. I want to see more of him because he looks good. He looks very good. I don't know what your guys' opinion is on him, but he looks very, very good. And yeah, Palmeiras, I definitely see can still win this. They've just been good on the attack. It's really just about complacency, though. If they can really get over this mind block of a goal that they conceded, early on into this game. I think it was like the 17th minute. So yeah, they really need, focus and pressure more. That's the main thing I do say. Also for halftime, look at the most recent one last. Yeah. Right back link for two Premier League teams, Brighton City. Yeah. I think, I don't know about Brighton as a good team for the likes of Wesley because he is, very good quality. I mean, Brighton might want to strengthen their squad. They could get him for a steal there. But I think he's like sort of the type of player similar to Dean Huijsen, very underrated. And that's why I think even Madrid got Huijsen for an absolute bargain off Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth, honestly robbed of a higher market value there because he is so good, Dean Huijsen. Most recent one is a song. Okay, let's take a look just while there's like 30 seconds left of the Ahly Porto game. Don't think much is going to happen in that one, to be honest, because they're just sitting around the midfield there with the ball. Let's have a look at the Discord. So yeah, halftime given for that game there, guys. Porto, Ahly, no real concern for Porto in terms of any attacks in that second part of the half. But yeah, they did concede by more. They did concede, Ahly in terms of attack in the second half, but they did concede by Mora at the first part there, and it was like a really quick repercussion goal, really. And I do feel like that, that can come from Mora again in this next half and again. Oh, you put it on Palmeiras. Yeah, I mean, that's a surprise, though. You did pick the right choice in terms of most likely, but yeah, very, very interesting how it's not gone Palmeiras' way in terms of even the way they're playing is just really good. Okay, so the first one is unnecessary, so let's see the next one here. Okay, let's have a look. Visits. Ranking best Gorilla Yeti vlog. Oh, that's what you mean by Yeti vlog. Yeah, I've watched this. Dorito chip. Yeah, sorry, I have watched this. Yeah, with the AI gorillas and Yetis. Yeah, there's one where he jumps off a cliff as well. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, W's. There's some here I didn't even know existed. So thank you for sending some of these to me. I'll have to show my brother. Don't mess with Gojo's gang, okay? Don't know what this is, guys. If you want to send me anything as well, you can join the Discord, guys. Link in the description. You can send me videos to watch, each other videos. Yeah, as well, if you have a birthday, I can do a stream on your birthday. But yeah. Smash like for that. Okay, final video for Dorito Chip. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, it's the song, yeah. I'll listen to the song off the stream, you know, so I can actually enjoy it. Dorito Chip. W's. Thank you for sending that to me, Dorito Chip. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I love interaction, bro. Really, you know, providing the Discord. Let's go back onto this match thing there. I'll listen to the song because the song, I'm guessing, is fire because the last one you sent me was actually pretty good as well. So W's for that. There. Let's go. W's. Also, again, shout out to whoever was 5,280th subscriber. Don't know who it was, but one of you guys was. So shout out to you guys. Appreciate everyone who does. You know, it really helps out the channel. Let's see what the penalty incident was for Miami and Palmeiras during the half there, which wasn't called. That call by that referee there. There's a penalty here where he should have really called it. Again, the last song, it was like, had the specials, I think it was. But yeah, that penalty incident there by Palmeiras, you know, getting fouled by Inter Miami, that actually looks like there should have been a penalty call there. Not great by that referee. Really, his leg is cut out there from below. Balance completely lost. The referee for the Inter Miami match against Palmeiras, of course, Simon Marquinhos, which is the referee for the World Cup final. And the referee for Porto Ahly is Jesus Valenzuela and Sayez. They're specials, by the way, but I'm just showing the Season 2 intro. Oh, okay, I see. I'll watch it after. Okay, so I can enjoy the full cusp of what it affects to me. I don't know what I just said then, by the way. Absolute ramble. Yeah, halftime. About 10 minutes left, 7 minutes left. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how much time's left. Let's actually check FootMob. Any thoughts on the first half, guys, or any questions you have for me as well? I'll answer them if you send them in the chat. I'm all good to answer those. And I'll react to your thoughts as well. How much left till the next half? So Porto Ahly starts in 10 minutes. Miami Palmeiras starts in 6 minutes. Right there. Okay, so good. We got just about 5 minutes left, which is nice. Not much time left. Any goals for Palmeiras? Yeah, definitely. I can see Palmeiras getting a goal. I can see maybe one goal at least, minimum. Their attack should play off. I'd be surprised, really, if it was a 1-0 till the end here, or, you know, just staying as it is, because, to be honest, Palmeiras have just been so good in attack. McAllister Caicedo is picked up by Brighton. Shows you that they have IQ on football players. Yeah, Brighton IQ for signing is just so good. You know, they spot the best talent. They actually went for someone that... so, basically, there's this team that Al Nassr versed in the Champions League semi-finals. It was Kawasaki, which is a J-League team, and they actually managed to find one of the players on that... It was a centre-back there, and they signed him. I'm so surprised they went for him, but they signed someone off Kawasaki, and, yeah, just today. Really random signing, but, yeah, high IQ. Or was that Tottenham? I don't know. I think it was Brighton, I think. But yeah, they have just good. Anyway, regardless of if they signed him or not, they have just brilliant IQ. I don't know who it was now. I'm maybe confusing myself with a different thing. But yeah, just such high IQ. And live log. What do you mean by this? Mizzy Woke Solo. Hopefully I said your name right as well. We are reacting to the matches live. It's currently halftime, so that's why the timers aren't going there. But yeah, we're just waiting for the next half here. Of course, you can watch all these matches, possibly, I don't know if there's any regional blocks or something, on DAZN.com for free, just for the Club World Cup. I don't know how to bypass the pay page because it says it should be free to watch. So maybe you can search up on Google how to get through that one. But yeah, it's supposed to be free here. Peter was leaving 60 million. I bet he was a few million. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, they do the bargain there. Brighton. Another good song is Hackery Dance song. I'll send you Hackery Dance later. Okay, do so, Dorito Chip. Do I think FC Porto will score a second goal? I feel like that Ahly, after this half-time, are going to go more defensive because they'll want the win, first of all. And the second of all, though, it really just depends. Do Ahly think they can get into the round of 16 here? Because as it stands, right, if Inter Miami score a second against Palmeiras, it will be Palmeiras on a 0-goal difference, Ahly on a -1. So Ahly only need to get really, I think, 1 goal or 2 goals to, bypass that goal difference and get through. So Porto, might be playing against a very attacking Ahly, or if they're just concerned about the win and not really concerned about getting, against a round of 16 team, then, we could see easily a defensive Ahly who just want to, please the fans. I did say, though, that Porto's defense is poor. Their attack is average with Mora. He makes it really good. But other than that, Porto really have been such a disappointment in the Club World Cup. I really expected a lot more from them. Especially, I'm so surprised still they don't play, the likes of Pepe as a starter, because Pepe is so good for them. So this being a 3-2 definitely, because the problem is that Ahly is such an attacking side. They're very good in the Egyptian league. I know the quality of that one. I don't really watch it. Supposedly they're good. They're the second most decorated team in the world. So, I was actually surprised when they didn't score any goals before this game, to be honest. But yeah, Porto haven't been great. So it really just depends what Porto is showing up today. A good Porto or a completely trashed one that we saw, against Inter Miami and against Palmeiras. Last 16 would be good for Inter Miami because they are bang average. Yeah, last 16 there for Inter Miami is great. They get the money for the last 16, and they get a verse, a big team. See how they go against them. I'm sure they're not going to win against PSG, to be honest. I don't think they are. At the moment, currently, Inter Miami are in a better position, though. They're going to verse Botafogo, which I still think Bota is going to be stronger than Miami. But, they've got a better chance there against Botafogo than PSG, to be honest. Just because PSG playing their full squad, which they didn't do against Botafogo, but if they played the full squad there, they would be smashing Miami, especially, through Kvaratskhelia. That defense for Miami wouldn't be able to handle, really, just the attacking force of PSG. Yeah, I know. Definitely surprised, though, that this has really happened in this stadium, though. 1-0 for Miami was not on my cards for tonight. I did not expect it. So props to them for even, doing this well against a Brazilian team, because so far the Brazilian teams haven't lost a game, besides, of course, Atleti being the first ones to beat them with Botafogo. So you're very surprised. And we'll see how much time left till the next half here, guys. Let's have a look. Next half starts in for Ahly Porto, 4 minutes. For Inter Miami Palmeiras, starts in 30 seconds. What if Messi rattles PSG fans again by knocking them out? I know they would go insane, the PSG fans. What happened when they won the Champions League? I'm sure, guys, if you don't know, search up Champions League Paris riot. I think that would happen probably again if that happened there, for sure. For sure. It's the Hackery dance. Okay, I'll make sure to look at it after the stream. Okay, Dorito Chip, I'll react to it on the thing as well, the Discord. And also, I'll let you know how it goes like tonight. I'll say how I thought of it. And here come the Miami players and the coaching staff from the tunnel. Can Inter Miami score a second goal? Really just depends if they can do the counter-attack again. I mean, the only way they scored the first was a fluke counter-attack, really. They had no real attacking momentum in terms of bringing into the box and shooting. But yeah, genuinely, I feel like that if they can get that counter-attack going, they have a more clear chance of scoring a goal, because they had two chances. They had one with Suarez, which he should have finished, and then they had the goal one with Hollande. But in terms of like build-up, possessional attack, it hasn't been so great for them. But Palmeiras for sure has, the opposite. They've been good on the build-up, possessional attack. Not so great in winning the ball in the quick counter, because Falcon and Avilés have been good mopping it up. They're so rattled. Messi won the World Cup, booing him every game. I know, mad disrespectful for your own player. That's actually crazy. Your own player booing them. Doesn't matter how you feel about the World Cup, whether you think it was, because there's people who think it's match fixed, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's your player. If you're booing your own player, that is super disrespectful, because obviously they've probably got nothing to do with it in terms of, like the politics behind it. So it's none of their business. World Cup predictions. I'll do as non-biased as possible. I think Spain and Portugal will reach at least the semis this time. I do think Portugal will reach the semis with this squad because, of course, compare that 2018 World Cup squad for Portugal, the 2022 World Cup squad for Portugal compared to this squad coming from the Nations League. The squad right now is way better, and I do think they can go all the way, especially, the team synergy is just so good, guys. I don't know how many of you guys watch the Nations League, but you have to admit that synergy was just amazing. Really just a really good synergy there. I think, it's best leaving out Cancelo from the national team squad, just because I do think he actually breaks up that synergy a little bit. He is pretty disrespectful guy, I'm not joking. But, of course, maybe he's changed. We'll have to see. No hate to Cancelo because he is a good player. I do think that his attitude sometimes needs a bit of improvement. But it's just my opinion. And do Hackery dance in a short with the music? I don't dance, bro. That's not for me. Maybe I'll do it on a live stream. I don't know. Bert's rattled them. Can't stand Silva or Bruno. Yeah, I mean, Bernardo Silva is pretty, especially, I don't know if, remember in the Germany game, I think it was in the Germany game where he dropped to the floor, like, laughing, and then he pretends he's injured. Now, I can understand that. And Bruno, fair enough, he is sometimes a pretty, annoying guy, especially in the Prem. You can say that. But I'm going to back my Portugal guys. No hate to you guys who support other teams. All good. It's easy, even I can do it. All you have to do is, I know how to explain. I'll watch the video, okay? I'll see how to do it. Dorito chip and popcorn. Gabe, yes, W's for the popcorn there. And the game's actually back on, just within the motion of talking there. It's only been, about a minute, which is good. No real attack there from Inter Miami. Just cleaned up nicely again. I was watching the ads down on the other game, then I didn't realize the top one was there. Okay, this is going to be a Palmeiras throw in here in the attacking half, and it's going to be now with the ball. Just going through the middle here. There's a good chance, and that is going to be a goal kick. Just lost. I support anyone. You hate international football. You don't like the World Cup, Andrew? Wow. That's the first time I've heard someone who doesn't like international football. Okay, wow. Well, I mean, love the news insight into that. Definitely, I can understand it, but that is the first time I've actually heard it in person. Definitely unique there. Well, W, Andrew, for being, different than the other people, because really, it's better to be a standout person than a sheep, really. Just randomly pop into these football streams, then disappear. The games are going, unexpected. Ahly, Porto, 2-1. I mean, it's kind of expected for me, to be honest, on Porto's form, but Miami, Palmeiras, very unexpected, 1-0. You watched the World Cup 2 years back? Yeah, I think most of us did. World Cup is, very enjoyable for me. One of my favorite footballing events. I think the Champions League is also very good. Club World Cup just doesn't have the same vibe as a, Club World Cup at the moment, at least. What do I think about the Miami game? I definitely think that Miami are doing very good, but they're going to not hold on for much longer here if Palmeiras keep up this attacking pressure. It's very strong attacking pressure. They just needed to press more. There could be a goal coming up soon. Esteval just missing his header from that corner. Oh, you always watch big tournaments, just not National League. Oh, Nations League. Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay, I see, Andrew. Yeah. The big tournaments, though. Yeah, for sure. World Cup probably is one of the most enjoyable, I feel like. It brings the whole football vibe, I feel like, to everyone. And as it stands right now, Ahly is eliminated. Yes, they need a couple more goals to get back into this game, Ahly. To get back into the round of 16, to be honest. I don't know if they're going to get through, though, because Palmeiras really here look like they're going to draw this up in case, really, they're just going to have to hope Miami score a fluke one here from, the likes of Messi. I mean, it wouldn't really be a fluke anymore if it's a second. Some people say the Champions League over the World Cup. That is pretty crazy. I mean, Champions League probably more for the die-hard football fans. Of course, there's a shot from Messi and it's just caught. More so than, the World Cup is just everyone knows it. So, yeah, I can see Champions League. It really just depends. Is your club near the final? Are they getting to the semi-final? What do I think of South African football? I loved actually watching Sundowns. Sundowns right from South Africa. I'm 100% just about on that. Just let me make sure that I'm not, confusing. Yeah, South African Sundowns. I love them. They are so good. Definitely one of the most enjoyable teams I have watched in this tournament. I'm going to say it right now. Honestly, they are so enjoyable to watch. I was at first, when I first, saw them on the thing there, I didn't really think they would be the most enjoyable. Also, here's kickoff for the other game right now. Yeah, I didn't think they'd be enjoyable at first, but boy, my mind was changed. They are so good. Sundowns, just very enjoyable. I hope they get through to round 16, honestly, because really they did deserve a win against Dortmund. It's just that they were really, their goalkeeper was very not as good in that match compared to the first one. Did Messi get his shot on target second half, or was it the first half? I can check for you. I can check for you right now. I use FootMob. Shots. It was in the 49th minute, and it was on target. Yes, it was a second half shot there. 49th minute, Messi shoots from around outside the box there, and it's a on-target shot. Have I ever been to a World Cup? No, I really want to go either 2026, 2030. That's why I'm trying to grow the channel, so we can go there and do it in person and all other stuff. So, yeah, hopefully we can. I think Qatar was my biggest opportunity because that was right next to Saudi. Of course, it's only like a 5-hour drive, but the problem was that I wasn't actually in Saudi when that happened. I was on holiday, so yeah, unfortunate, but yeah. This is now going to be Porto just on an attack here for this game at the bottom, and the top game, Inter Miami versus Palmeiras, is going to be what looks like Palmeiras are defending a throw-in from Inter Miami. Football, American football. For me, soccer football. The football with a F-U-T-B-O-L. And Suarez does fall to the ground. The referee helps him up. Yeah, he just dives there, Suarez. I find it mad people moan about football transfer fees when it's not your money. Yeah, first of all, yeah, I don't know why people say about that. Second of all, there is, you're saying like, for example, Yamal worth 300 mil, prime Messi would be worth like 500. It's like there is a thing called inflation where the price does go up over time because it's worth less, which some people don't understand, but it is there. Smash like for inflation. And there's a cross by Porto, just goes over the bar there. Samu not heading that one on target. That was close. And another player down here for Inter Miami. It is Alon just missing a chance. And it looks like that Palmeiras are going to be taking this goal kick here. It's now in the center of the park here. As it stands still, Inter Miami first with 7 points. Palmeiras second with 4 points with a +1 goal difference. Ahly third with the 4 points and a -1 goal difference. And Porto last. you know what? My friend gets to go to the World Cup for free because his cousin works somewhere there. And I have to pay 15 to 20,000 US dollar. Holy jeez, that is expensive. Wow. Okay, I did not know it was that expensive, first of all. Second of all, that is insane. Your friend gets to go there for free? I'm jealous. I'm jealous, honestly. And this is going to be a Palmeiras throw in here. Both games underway majority here. And it's going to be Palmeiras just trying to pass it through. They were crying Verts has 100 mil and he number 10 who can create and score. I know, that's really, I don't get that. Verts is definitely worth at least 100 mil, you know, 110, 120, really any number in above 100 really is his value because he is just so good. One of Germany's best players currently. Honestly, their best player probably. I mean, can't really think of anyone else better than Verts and, you know, Rudiger on their team. I guess the new guy, what's his name? He plays in the Germany U21. It was like Wolftemad. He seems like he's going to come through as a very good striker for Germany. And there is a substitution being made here for Palmeiras. It's going to be Paulinho coming on. And off will be coming number 17, Torres. And there is a goal for Porto. It's 2-2. And they're back. Porto are back. Ahly's defending is abysmal. And Porto are managing to get one in here to make it a draw currently. And there goes all chance, really, of Ahly getting through to the round of 16. Let's be honest there. There's going to be minimal chance now of them doing it. Because now they're back here with a -2 goal difference. Back where they started. Square one here. So now they're going to have to score again 3 goals. I don't see it going to really this scoreline to a 5-2, let's be honest. Bayern offered him 400k, but he chose Liverpool for number 10 position to 200k. Exactly. Because, you know, first of all, I don't think he's the type of player. I know Tart did it. I don't think he's the type of player to betray Leverkusen because he seems like a loyal club member. When he joins a club, he'll stay there for a bit and really be loyal to them and to the fans. So, yeah, choosing Liverpool as well, definitely a better chance of improving their squad. And there is a goal for Ahly. And it's a minute after a goal for Porto scored. And they're back. Like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. It's back to where they were a minute ago. So really, Porto, in effect, did absolutely nothing. And this could become a 5-2. And it is going to be what looks like Ahly who scores this one. Ahly seems to have almost a hat-trick here, I think. He's very close to one. How many goals do you have, Ahly? Let's check. Yes, a hat-trick. 9.7 rating for the Egyptian striker there. Ahly is going to score there 3 goals. Actually, sorry, Palestinian striker in the Egyptian team. But they're brilliant. And this is going to be now a nice clearance there from Ahly to, you know, retain some possession. In the end, however, just lost for a corner for Porto. Suddenly, the Ahly game and Porto game is really turning out to be a goal fest there. I'm very surprised. I didn't think there would be this many goals, but, geez, there are a lot. Porto have a chance to come back again. You know, minute space in between all 3 goals will be pretty interesting. Palmeiras giving a cross in. That is so wide and bad there from Palmeiras. Not great by Piqueires. And there's a goal. Porto score from the corner, and it's 3-3. What is happening? What is happening here? 3-3. There's a minute between all 3 goals. And the Porto fans can't believe it. Feel sorry for the coach of Ahly, Jose Riviero. The Egyptians will be on top of him if Ahly doesn't go through. This is insane, though. A goal after a goal after a goal. 3 goals in a row. And here's Messi for... Oh, my goodness, Messi there. Almost scoring on the volley for Inter Miami. And here's another chance for Porto to get another. And it's just cleaned up nicely by Ahly. Imagine another goal. That would be insane. 4 goals in 4 minutes. Insanity. Absolute insanity there. It's now 3-3, you know, with really no time between these goals. It's going to be a Porto free kick in the attacking half. It's actually a very close free kick here. I mean, I don't know why the Porto fans are egging the team on this much when they've got a real low chance, almost slim to none, of getting to this round of 16 here. And there looks to be a red card coming out for someone. We're about to see who. Nope, it's just yellow. Just yellow. I thought it was going to be a red card there. That would be huge drama in, you know, that much time. Ramadan gets a yellow card there. Palmeiras now, it's really their time to, you know, turn on the engine like these other teams are. At least Porto and Ahly are providing a goal fest. Both the lowest scoring teams in this tournament so far in Group A. And now Inter Miami actually have a counter chance here. It is a 3v4, and then Suarez pace just really, you know, affects that one to being almost no chance at all. And this is going onto the right side for Inter Miami, just trying to find some space. Porto about to take a free kick here. We're going to see if they can get this one, because that would be crazy if they can go 4-3, you know, within such a short period of time. Who said 3-2? Because we're above it now, 3-3. That is crazy, guys. Any opinions on that game? Because genuinely did not expect that from this game, Porto versus Ahly. And here we go. Ahly defending is bad. Yes, same. You know, really, Ahly should be, you know, up on the goal difference if their defending was actually good enough. But their defending is just so poor that they really are themselves to blame here for not getting into the round 16. That is over by Porto, that free kick. Not great. Marcos Rocha is going to be taking this throw-in for Palmeiras here. The most surprising scoreline of the night, still Miami 1, Palmeiras 0. Really such a surprising one. And this is just both Palmeiras and Porto trying to build up in their respective games. So I know what my mum showed you because I actually looked it up, and maybe she had a hospitality on or something. For World Cup. Okay, I see. Yeah, maybe it was, I wouldn't say the tickets are 20,000. That must be like the box seats, you know, like VIP. No way they'd be offering tickets for that much because, you know, like imagine people from New Zealand who are flying on an 18-hour flight paying 20,000 for a basic seat. Or like, better example really, like someone from Uzbekistan who's not, there's no way, you know, most of Uzbekistan's fans are going to pay for that much flight and then come there and then pay for a $20,000 seat, or, you know, Jordan, really any of the countries there where majority of the population aren't entirely wealthy. Average seat cost per person with my whole family is still 8,000, and if my grandma and grandpa come, it's still 10K. Oh, wow. I'm so surprised. Why is it that much money? They're not even filling the stadiums at the moment for the Club World Cup. I'm surprised that they're that much. 15 to 70K. Okay, yeah. We'll have to research more on it myself anyway. Ahly, the striker for Ahly, is being taken off here just for a little bit of an injury. It looks like he's actually going to be subbed off. Yep, he is going to be subbed off there. On comes number 10 for Ahly, Gradisar. And it looks like that Inter Miami are also going to make a substitution here Jordi Alba is going to be coming on any second. There is some more subs coming on for as well. Ahly, it's going to be a triple substitution, including Ahly. It's Trezeguet, Hussein El Shamat, and Ahly coming on for Ben Sharki, Omar Kamal, and Gradisar. All three new substitutes there, 317 and one other number, which I didn't have enough time to see. So you can be most expensive seats at 1.52k. Yeah, the most expensive seats would be, you know, the VIP box or the heated recliners or something. Not the default seats would be like, you know, $200, $300. This is Estevao with the ball. Estevao just holding up some play for Palmeiras. Yeah, it's still expensive. Hospitality is 15 to 70k. That isn't crazy. Good pass by Busquets to Messi. Busquets, little one touch to Messi. Now it's on this left side. And it's still into Miami trying to find some space. Messi. Messi with Segovia on his left, which he passes to. And now it's back to him. And just a little 1-2 from them. And there's a cross from Ahly in that game. Just cleared away by Porto. I'm pretty sure USD might be one of the most value currencies. Yeah, I think it's not the most valuable. It's one of the. It's like up there with the pretty valuable. And it's now Falcon. Falcon over to Allen. Now it's going to go to Suarez. Suarez still. Suarez. No way, Suarez. No way, Suarez. No way. He actually scores. 2-0. Suarez scored and skilled the... Yeah, any chances of Palmeiras winning? No. No chance now. Absolute no chance. Suarez absolutely just skilled about 4 players there with, you know, that absolutely horrifying knee and run there. He's like running like he's crippled. And then he runs through the entire area and manages to score. Brilliant from Suarez. Still showing that striker's sense there. And in the home stadium, of course, this one is. I think that's in the home stadium, right? Yeah, Hard Rock Stadium, of course, in the home stadium. Brilliant from Suarez. Smash like for Suarez, guys. That is crazy from him. Dribble for like 3 players there. First player just sends Fuchs down on the floor. This is Porto with a chance. Just cleared away. It's going to be a Porto throw-in. And it looks like that Martin is going to be coming on for Porto. And off comes this player. Off comes, I think that is going to be... Who is that coming off? Yeah, Martin Fernandez on, and off comes... They didn't even say who comes off. I swear DAZN sometimes, like, so laggy with their, like, commentations and that, because, like, honestly, even in the previous game, they said Reinders came on, and it was actually Cherky for the Man City game. I get that. But, yeah, there is a substitution there. We don't know who it was, because they haven't shown who came off there, unfortunately. Here's a chance for Palmeiras. Shot taken, just curls around and away. And there we go. And it's Anselmi is making a third substitution with Fernandez replacing Yao Mario. There we go. Yao Mario came off there. Considering how many countries and currencies there are, USD at around 12 to 9 place is still super value. Yeah, definitely. For sure. And it's going to be Ahly just clearing the ball away there. There's actually a substitution happening for Palmeiras. It's going to be number 2 coming off for number 40, Allen. And there's going to be a second substitution. It also looks like Victor Roque is coming on. So here are the subs in total. Lucas Evangelista and Marcus Rocha coming off for Victor Roque and Allen. Into Miami. Goal kick. We saw at least 8 goals at the moment, guys. And into Miami, 2 goals up. Ahly needs to score 2 goals at least. I know. Ahly really have a good chance now. They need to start locking in here because they had it in the bag almost. You know, with the they had at one point there 2-1, then it went 2-2, and then they had 3-2 immediately, and then 3-3 immediately. It's like, why'd they concede so quickly? You guys would have been through if you hadn't stopped, messing around in the defense. I honestly feel a bit bad for them, to be honest, because they're not going to know the scoreline until afterwards, and they're going to realize how close they were actually to getting in the round of 16. Miami really helping them out here. And there's a shot. It's an absolute golazo in there. Now they need one more. One more goal for Ahly. It's a golazo from outside the box. And, yeah, Palmeiras are done. Miami really are helping here, Ahly. And now they're just so close to getting in here, Ahly. They really just need to press a little bit more. Porto's defense is nothing else compared to Ahly's. They're both abysmal defense. That is a golazo, though. Nothing to take away there from that strike from number 5 for Ahly there. That is brilliant from him. Ivan Marcano. Sorry, no. That was Mohamed Ali Ben Romdan. Brilliant from him. Brilliant. And as it stands on the table, guys, first, Inter Miami with 7 points plus 3 goal difference. Palmeiras second with a goal difference of 0 and 4 points. And it's going to be now Ahly in third with 4 points and a goal difference of -1. And then Porto last with a goal difference of -2. And they have 1 point. Why did Joe Biden give all that money to a certain country, though? Well, I'm not going to get into politics here, Dorito. You know I don't like going into politics. So, yeah. And very close. Me and Math calculating that Susie's house is 0.5 centimeters. And the Palmeiras fans very, they're actually starting to get a bit rattled in the crowd here because they actually can realize here that maybe they might get out if Ahly continue to press how they've been doing. Even with the amount of goals Porto's been scoring, Ahly just need to press and they'll get through here. It would be, honestly, a big redemption for them for how, they haven't been scoring as much in the tournament. And then they suddenly come alive here in this game and they're actually starting to show, some scoring quality. That's going to be a throw-in for Ahly. This Palmeiras outside the box here. If they score, it's going to make a whole lot worse for Ahly. So we'll have to see how Inter Miami hold up with the defense. And that is going to be a free kick for Porto just outside the box. That is a missed header opportunity there for Palmeiras. It's going to be a goal kick for Astari. Just saying, America is a very great financial country, and what I'm saying right now. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not going to go into it, of course, though, because everything is controversial. So, yeah, Porto is cooked, for sure. I mean, they can still come back. I mean, it's not that bad. But, I'll need to put the game away. I know their defense needs to... There's still... The defense here is a problem. I'm watching it, and there's some crosses going through. And it's really just... The defense is so wide open. It's actually worse than what I thought it was in the first 2 games. Because I really think that in this game, they've sort of switched the switch there. And they've gone, we need to start scoring goals because we have a chance to actually get through. That was an absolute banger, though, from number 5 for Ahly, though. Ben Romdan, he scored an absolute whizzer through to the top right corner. Smash like for Golazos right there. Here's a chance for Palmeiras here. It's a 4v2. A 4v2. No way Palmeiras don't score this one. And it's so bad from Palmeiras in the attack. It is actually genuinely not great. They just fumble the chance. It's a 4v2 and you don't score from it. Initial setup by Victor Roque is amazing. Here's a shot from long range. No, just slips there. Ahly's player, number 25, just slipping. And here's a chance for Ahly to score again. They just play it out. Thank you, Noel E. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that so much, bro. It really helps the channel out so much. And W Noel E. Brilliant. Hope I said your... Is it Noel or Noel? You can correct me here. There's my brain here working pretty poorly at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. But, okay. These okay, on Porto, they move like slow gorilla. I mean, yeah, they've not been great, Porto, in this tournament. I really think they need to actually get out for their own benefit. Achraf Dari is going to be the yellow card recipient for this game here for Ahly. And there's going to be 2 substitutes coming on here. Pepe is actually coming on, and Gabby Vega. Who do you think would PSG rather see next round, Ahly or Palmeiras? I don't think, first of all, Palmeiras is going to get through. I think it would be Inter Miami or Ahly at minimum. Oh, sorry, you mean out. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I know what you mean. Okay. Yeah, my brain just corrected that one. Sorry, Patrick. Yeah, Ahly or Palmeiras for PSG. Really, I think it would be easier for them, to be honest, on just at the moment it looks like that Palmeiras is worse just in terms, but the defense for Ahly is so bad that PSG would probably like that a bit more. There's nothing too wrong with Palmeiras' defense. I think it's more like how Botafogo played. But yeah. Shouldn't start singing Christmas tunes after you say yes. I won't start saying the Christmas tunes, you know. I'll just be all good. You like Monkey, but they can be a bit silly sometimes. And miss the tree when they're kicking the banana into it. Okay, Dorito Chip. Yeah, great explanation, you know. Great explanation. This is going to be a medic coming on here. And, oh, that is not great from Ahly's Gradisar there. He should have finished that one and made it, you know, 5-3 there. Yeah, I know. Porto is so bad. Exactly. Idra one. Definitely need to get out of this tournament. Need to regroup. Get, you know, some better players. Conceição's coming back after this tournament. I don't think he's going to stay, though. That's the problem. So, sell him for a lot of money. Sell, you know, Pepe, Costa to Manchester United. Sign in some, you know, some youth talent. Some talent from, you know, Serie A, Brazil. Definitely bring in some better players because at the moment their team is just not looking like it. Ahly try and cross that one in, and it's just cleared away by Porto there. And here's a chance for Miami, actually, and it's just nicely tied out by Palmeiras. No, I'm not seeing that, Dorito Chip. Yes, you're very smart indeed, though. Here's a chance for Ahly again. They're just continually shooting at this point. There's no stopping them from getting another goal. Their fans want it so bad. They are so close to getting this one over the line here. They need a goal. I don't know what happens when both teams are equal. I don't know. I've said this before in the other one for the other games when they're both equal. Who will go through based on if the goal difference is equal on 0 and the points are equal. Looks like Fafa's coming on here for Inter Miami just based on an injury here. Looks like another sub is also coming on for Inter Miami too. Ball given away by Ahly. They're very bad from them. That's going to be a goal kick for Ahly. Actually, might be a foul there a little bit. Coach of Ahly must have given his team some sort of pep talk during halftime. I know he must have told them to just go all out because Inter Miami were winning 1-0. Yeah, because Miami winning 1-0 before the halftime, right? He must have gone and showed them there's a chance to get through here. So you guys better, you know, play as good as possible and, you know, make the fans who have come out here happy because that stadium they're in is almost filled to the brim with their fans. Nearly the entire stadium is filled with Ahly Egypt fans, which is insane how many have come out here in big numbers. No, I like Monkey. I like it. Do I think Porto can win? No, I don't think so. I think it's all in the motion now of Ahly. Here's a 3v1, and it's just defended nicely by Porto there. That is a good defense. And make sure, guys, as per usual, to vote on play.fifa.com/Potom. I put the link in the chat there. Vote your superior player of the match for both games. Both games can be voted up now. Make sure to vote, you know, someone who has actually done a contribution here and not just the most famous player on the field. That seems to happen every single time. And this is now Ahly. A very good chance for them to get a goal. And it's just cleared off the line brilliantly by Porto. That is amazing defense from them. Shot from long range. And it just goes wide. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that they didn't score there. Ahly. It was an off-the-line clearance there by, I think that's number 5, Ivan Marcano. Brilliant from him to prevent Ahly from getting another. Oh, that is so close. It's not on the line, but it's just so close to, he's the last man back and he saved them. And let's see the profile picture there. The monkey taking the selfie. Of course, the classic. I can't believe it. It was so close there. There's also seems to be some sort of card coming out. A yellow card for Porto's manager, I think. That was so close for Ahly to be through to the round of 16 almost. They really just need one, I think, and then something happens. I don't know what happens when they're equal on goal difference and points. We'll have to wait and find out, because this seems like it could go to equal on goal difference. Ahly could actually technically get through on goal difference if they score 2 more, because Porto aren't looking great. No Dorito chip. Change it back to your previous one was actually really nice. I like the Dorito with the sunglasses. Here's a chance again for Ahly. Passing out to this right side here. Just no defense from Porto at all, really. There's just been minimal. And Ahly's number 25 just pushed straight down the box. There might be a check by the ref in a bit. We don't know, but we'll have to see. Ahly fans are very vibrant, especially in the CAF Champions League in Africa. Yeah, they're so vibrant. I've seen them, I think I've watched one Ahly game one time before this, like ages ago, while I was waiting for an Al Nassr game. But yeah, definitely one of the most vibrant fans in the CAF Confederation. Really, they remind me the most of like Etihad fans from SPL. Definitely similar. I'd love to go visit them since I'm quite close to Egypt, so I can go visit them, maybe. Because they definitely seem like a joy to watch, Ahly, this attacking football. I hope it's always like this, because their attacking football is brilliant. There's a shot from long range by Porto, and it just goes and misses there. Looks like maybe it might have been saved by El Shanawi. Let's have a look here. Is this saved? Ooh, I think it is saved. And it looks like that Palmeiras have got a goal here. It's 2-1. 2-1. And that means that Ahly's now got an even harder job now. They have to score 2. They have to score 2 at minimum. 3. I don't know what happens if they get equal again, but 3 is to overtake. Palmeiras score here. Let's see what happens. So Falcon just gives the ball to Palmeiras, and then they just header it through. Take a shot from long range. That is onside. It's actually a pass, and that's just a tap-in against Ustari there. Could we see a late turnaround for Palmeiras? I don't know. Starting to add up here as to something, like a very goalful set of games here. Love the end to Group A. We had the 0-0ers at the start, and now we're getting this insanity. And thank you so much, Idran, for subscribing. I really appreciate that. It helps the channel so much. W's, bro. Thank you so much. I know, Palmeiras scored exactly, Kingslayer. It's actually crazy how many goals we're getting here. This is insane. So now, again, as it stands now, Ahly have to score at least 3 to get through to the round of 16, and Palmeiras are now securing their spot, really. Long-range shot from Porto. It's going to be a goal kick for Ahly. Other game. Ustari just drop kicks the ball down the field there, trying to meet the head of Hollande, and it just goes back all the way down to the goalkeeper here. It's now going to be Weverton. Thank you so much, bro. Yeah, it's just, there's no words for my appreciation, guys, when you guys subscribe. It just makes my day. Cross coming in for Porto, just cleared away by Ahly there from the corner. And there's going to be some pressure here from Palmeiras. Now, if Palmeiras score again, it's safe to say, really, that Ahly won't be gunning through this, and it will be easily, a Palmeiras-Miami thing. There's a cooling break here for Ahly. Cooling break for Porto Ahly. So definitely we could see, the coach telling them that you only need to score 2 more goals. You've been scoring a lot. Score 2 more and you're through. Or 3 more. 3 or 2 more. We'll have to see. Palmeiras giving a cross here on this other game, and it's just headed clear by Inter Miami off a Palmeiras player's head, and it looks like it's going to be a goal kick here for Ustari. Water break at the moment. Yeah, the coach is just pointing the finger to them. He keeps saying this. He keeps saying 6. Keeps going 6, signaling at them They need 6 here to make it. And Palmeiras just winning a little bit of a chance here. Victor Roque just passing over to that left side there. And it's looking deadly. This is now number 10 on the ball, giving a cross. And that's headed away by Falcon there. And it's a shot from long range, just caught by Ahly. Long range shot, easy to collect there. And Palmeiras gain possession back from Inter Miami. Palmeiras is passing in, trying to find someone, and that is just cleared again. Inter Miami just trying to boot the ball down the field because you know this first place is now crucial for them. The first place is going to be crucial to versus Botafogo. I don't think they'll be wanting to verse PSG Inter Miami here. So, you know, it's really about whoever gets the loss here is going to verse PSG as it seems at the moment. The round of 16 fun's going to be crucial for all any of these teams who get through. Definitely Miami's getting through now. There's no doubt about that. But, of course, the round of 16 funds seem to be, you know, a crucial component for these teams. Inter Miami having the ball here on a bit of a chance. You're staying home tomorrow, so I'll be at all streams. Okay, that's W, Dorito Chip. Let's go. It's W's. Yeah, we'll be doing a Delta in stream, and then we'll be doing, you know, the 10 p.m. match, and then the dog walk, and then the 4 a.m. match. And then the day after, I'm sure we'll do a cooking stream. Here's a very good chance for Messi, and this is going close. This is going to be... Oh, my goodness. What is that touch? Fafa, bro. What are you doing? Fumbling. Fumbling there, Fafa. Literally given to you on a silver platter. I don't even know who that was by that gave that to you. That's why I was really struggling to say who that was. There's a shot from Palmeiras, and it's cleared away by Ahly. Brilliant shot. And here's a counter chance again for Inter Miami. It's a 3v5. Okay, the water break is over for the other game. The image is so good. Okay, I'll make sure to watch them. Inter Miami suddenly turning on, you know, ignition here to try and get something. Messi just giving the ball away. And that is given away on the Ahly game by Ahly. And it's now just Porto playing very defensively, honestly. Playing, you know, defensive structure. Really just trying to protect the ball at all costs, really. This is an absolute insane match group here. Group A. We got bored of the first games because they were all 0-0, so there was no goals. And then suddenly now, it's like it's gone back and redeemed itself, the football in this group. Because, you know, we've got here 7 goals in one game, and then we've got 3 goals in the other. So 10 goals in total in this group. Yeah, Messi needs to take that chance instead of Fafa. I know that was poor from Fafa, really. I don't know who crossed it in. They should have really passed to Messi instead. I don't know. I think it was maybe Alba who did the cross. I'm not too sure. Porto on a chance here for an attack. And that is cleared away by Ahly. And now Ahly have a chance to attack here. This is a very good chance for Ahly on this side here. It's a 3v3. And that is a very, very bad finish from the Ahly left wing there. Not great at all. And it's going back here to Palmeiras. There's a cross coming in, and it's just missed by Samu. So close to getting a goal there for Porto, making this 4-4. Four minutes of regular time left in the Palmeiras-Miami game. And cross coming in from Palmeiras. It's just shot, and there's a goal for Palmeiras, and they've secured their spot into the round of 16. There's no way they can get out now, unless, of course, Miami somehow concede, like, you know, score really late on here. There is no way they can get out now, though. Palmeiras 2, Inter Miami 2. They've come back. I had a feeling they would, and they did. And that is going to be a Palmeiras draw at the minimum here. I don't see them conceding, you know. Maybe they do, but I'm, you know, really unconfident about it now. Just really good scenes here from the Palmeiras fans, just chanting on. It's Mauricio scores. Brilliant from him. Getting hugs from Esteval. And that is just a great... That's poor from Falcon. I think it's going to tank his, you know, contributions in this match. You know, after saying how good he was, he does give away 2 of those goals, basically. Just lacks defending, to be honest, a little bit there. 48-hour stream when? Sometime in the future, I don't know. We'll probably do a 24-hour stream each month. To be honest, that's what I feel. But Mauricio has clutched up for Palmeiras here. And it still remains that only one of the Brazilian teams have been beaten, Botafogo, by Atleti. Which is how it's going to stand, at least now. Yeah, Miami need to play a draw now, because technically, if Miami get a point down here, where if they concede, it's going to be a 0 goal difference for Inter Miami if Palmeiras do get a late goal here. So then that means that Ahly need to score 1 goal to get into the round of 16, or to be equal with Miami in terms of nearly everything, actually. So we'll see, you know, what the qualifying standards are. At the moment, it's really just Porto, you know, smashing the ball down whenever there is a chance. Ahly on a very good attacking chance here. Very good one. There is a Travella pass, and it's just going to be cleaned up by Ramos. It's not great. Ramos still not out of the goal. No one's in the goal, and it's a miss. It's an open goal, and it's missed. The fans can't believe that one, and Hummels missed an open goal. Ramos not even in it. He just shoots straight over. Not a great Travella pass there. It really should be cut back to this guy initially who takes the shot, but Hummels, what is he doing? Blundering the chance to get into the round of 16 there with that one, Hamel. That was so close there to make it, you know, really tight. Because Palmeiras on another attack here. You know, Ahly will be regretting if they don't score any more and Inter Miami lose. There's a cross from Palmeiras, and it just getting cleared away by Inter Miami. It's collected back with Palmeiras, and there's a shot on the volley. It just goes over the crossbar. Mauricio just trying there. And that's the goal from earlier, where it's just a nice little 1-2 through to find a Palmeiras player. And then, of course, the long-range shot, and then Mauricio's shot, which was brilliant. Technically, as it stands, both Miami and Palmeiras secured if they stay at a draw. But one losing here, Miami especially losing here, would be very, very harsh for them, because it actually is risky for them to get out, because they don't have a better goal difference than Palmeiras but before going into this game. So sit back on the chair here. And here is a very good chance for Ahly on a counter-attack. It's a 3v2. There's a shot, and it's just missed again. How are they not finishing these, you know, pretty simple chances? I don't think they know either. Their faces are filled with shock. Brazilian teams can't wait for the Sundowns versus Fluminense game. Hopefully, you know, Sundowns can prove, you know, the Brazilian curse wrong there and actually get the goals through, because Sundowns just look so good. I do wish they get in the round of 16, guys, because they're just, you know, the fans are great. The players are great. Their gameplay is actually very enjoyable to watch. And the MetLife Stadium hosting the Ahly versus Porto game really has been lit up with a ton of goals, though. Gotta say, both games just filled with them. You know, there's now been 11 goals in total. And this has been much better than Group B's, you know, final games, the PSG and the Atleti Botafogo one. I guess Atleti Botafogo was a bit intense near the end, but they did get the goal like near the end there. It wasn't really a chance for them to get through. But of course, this one, anything's on the line, especially with how the defense is in this game for Ahly versus Porto, and how suddenly Miami have conceded this many. You know, they had so much control of the game, and then it's just gone backward for them. And there's going to be 2 minutes additional left of added time. For Inter Miami versus Palmeiras, 2 minutes additional. So Miami will be trying to play for a draw because this secures both of them in this game. If they get a draw here, both teams secured through. There is no worries for them. Porto long ranger, and it's a goal for Porto, and it's finished. There's no hope now. There's no hope now. They have to score now at least like 3 or something. It's done. Palmeiras and Inter Miami, you know, are through. They're through easily. 1 minute left of additional for their game as well. It was a good try. Ahly were very close. It's just their defense is so bad that really they should have been, you know, a couple of goals up if they actually had a proper defense. Pepe from long range, and that's why he's one of Porto's best players. Porto might get one more goal. I mean, it really just, the defense is so bad that that's even possible, you know. Ahly's coach not looking happy at all there because they've, you know, really squandered the chance to, you know, go through. Porto doesn't really have a chance. They have to score, I think, like 4 goals or 3 goals to get through. Yeah, they have to score like 4. Should be unfortunate for them. If they didn't play so bad in the other 2 games, then they would actually, you know, be good. But they didn't play as well in the previous 2. So it's really on them for not having that goal difference needed. Long ball coming into Ahly. And there's a chance for Palmeiras. Another one. Shot the volley and it's caught by Starry. And his heroics have saved Inter Miami. It's 2-2. Full time called. And his heroics there. Double save at the end of the highest cruciality. Has secured Palmeiras and Inter Miami into the round of 16. With Palmeiras versing Botafogo. And Inter Miami versing Paris Saint-Germain. And I don't have to get a Messi shirt because they didn't win at the end there. So, W's to me. Well, you know, I'll keep the bet going over until the next one. If Inter Miami beat PSG, I will get a Messi shirt then. But otherwise, yeah, as it stands, don't have to. And this game, on the other hand, Porto versus Ahly has got 6 minutes left. So we can just enjoy this one now. Both brilliant games, I got to say, though. Both games of such a high quality. So let's enjoy this next one for the final. You know, 6 minutes remaining, 5 minutes remaining there. Palmeiras versus Botafogo going to be a good game. I know the Brazilian flair is going to be showing in that one. You know, both teams that play very similar play styles, honestly, are going to be matching up against each other. It's going to be so interesting to see, you know, how they go against each other there. And there is going to be a catch for Ahly's goalkeeper, just throwing it out to the left side. I don't know if the fans or the players know that they can't actually get through now. I'm not sure if they know this, but we'll see. Hi, CDF. Welcome to the stream. Yes, at the moment, 2 draws, but Ahly was so close to getting through to this round 16. They did fumble with their defense, and they keep missing open goal after open goal. They've missed now 5 open goals in a row. So, I mean, again, they skill past the keeper there. There's literally no one there, and then they don't score. But yeah, this is now a corner for Ahly. This is crazy, though. Crazy games. I love how many goals there's been. You know, there's been about 12 goals, which is so good. Don't know, someone made a 1 million person American football stadium concept. I thought it would be cool. But then, like, how bad would the traffic be? And would back seats be like $1? Yeah, I think maybe they'd give the seats at the very back for free because, you know, you wouldn't be able to see the game at all. Don't want to see ants running around the field from that far. Yeah, definitely. Same as me. I think like 100K might be max capacity, really, for a stadium, to be honest. I don't see a stadium getting bigger than that. And there's a 3-ball finding for Porto, and it's just cleared away nice and easy by Ahly's number 10 there, Gradisar. Pepe taking a quick short corner. Lofted in, and it's just cleared away. Trying to find Samu there originally, but just doesn't. Both these games, so crazy. Genuinely better, much better entertainment than Group B's final ones. Hopefully we can get this type for the rest of the games, you know. And Porto just cleaning up that attacking move by Ahly, and it's going to be a free kick to Porto. Symmetry, exactly. If you've been enjoying the commentary as well, guys, you know, like and subscribe, always appreciated. I appreciate everyone who's done it already so far. W's to you guys. You guys are the best. And it's going to be Porto now taking this free kick. Just playing it down. This game really is just going to be who's going to win this and come out with, you know, a victory. Because I don't think either of these teams have actually won a game in this competition yet. The new format, at least. So we'll see. Will Ahly get the win, or will Porto get the win, or will they leave with a winless profile? Both have the exact same form as well. They have a draw in their first game and a loss in their second game. And Ramos just collecting that loose ball. It's going to be Porto on the midfield here. Just bringing it over to this left side here. This is now going to be Pepe. Takes a shot, just deflected out, and it's going to be a corner for Porto. And taken quickly by Porto. Samu actually takes that one pretty quickly. And there's going to be a shot deflected out again. It's going to be actually caught by the goalkeeper before that goes out. El Shinawi with a good collection. And this is now going to be a chance for Ahly to possibly get a winner. Nope. Just cleared by Porto. It's going to be a Porto throw-in because they actually deflect that one off. Yeah, I know. Too late. Because especially a draw literally prevents them from doing it at all. They can't get through here just because of the fact that the draw puts it on 5 points. Wait, would they get... No, they can't. No. Because they're drawed and it puts them on 2 points, yeah. So too late for either teams. It really just relied fully on, you know, that other game, though, which has ended up being a draw. I did not expect that, especially with Miami going, you know, with 2 goals there. Brilliant second goal by Miami with Suarez. That was actually brilliant by him. Lob for Ahly, and it's just cleared away nicely by Porto. There's a shot on the volley for Ahly. Ramos ball there. 10 seconds left for this match. Both teams really disappointing their fans, I think, a little bit. Both teams have seen better days. But, you know, next time in the Club World Cup, because I'm sure Ahly will get through to the next one easily. And, you know, who knows with Porto. Maybe Sporting will take their place the next time. But next time, you know, we could see better gameplay from them. But, yeah, that is the end of this Club World Cup game. That is the end of Group A. And Porto, Ahly eliminated. And Palmeiras into Miami through to the round of 16. So, as it stands, Inter Miami will be versing PSG, the leaders of Group B. And the leaders of Group A, Palmeiras, will be versing Botafogo. So, Brazilian derby versus with each other. And Messi versus his old club, PSG. Who will prevail, we will find out when it happens. But as of now, I will see you guys later today for either the gaming stream. Otherwise, I'll see you guys for the next football stream, which is also later today or tomorrow for some of you. Goodbye, and thank you so much for watching this. Like and subscribe, always appreciated. Goodbye, guys.